Good evening everybody, thank you for being here. I'm Sarah Louise and I am the Senior Employability Officer here at Wolverhampton Wanderers Foundation. The foundation is the official charity of Wolverhampton Wanderers Football Club, and I am absolutely privileged to spend each day helping people of Wolverhampton get into education, employment and training. And I think the reason that I'd like to speak to you today is to just share with you something that you may not know already about what we have on offer here at the foundation, and also a little bit about why I personally am so passionate about this particular area. So what an act to follow was that introduction. I think she deserves another round of applause because that was stunning. Thank you. I think for me personally, it's wonderful to see how far things have come in terms of the understanding around neurodiversity. I come from a family with a little brother who, coming up in the 80s, was very much misunderstood. I saw my poor mum go through so many horrible meetings with teachers where she was told, oh, he's just different. He doesn't finish his milk at break time, so we've kept him in after school. You know, I could cry right now just talking to you about it, but I won't. The good news is my mum is an amazing woman and she never took no for an answer, and she took on everybody. She moved his school. He's now a journalist with a degree and a teaching assistant in a secondary school. He moved out of house, he's got his own apartment, and he's one of the funniest, quirkiest, most wonderful people I've ever met in my life. So the fact that I can be privileged enough to stand on this stage today and talk to people who finally feel heard and misunderstood, thank you, it's unreal. So when I tell you it's from the bottom of my heart that I offer these projects to you, it genuinely is. So I run a range of projects, my proudest one being Neuro Network. So Neuro Network is just here, and this is my favourite participant ever. This is Sally. She is our lovely dog, and she comes along with our coach, who has no sight whatsoever and stands up in a room full of job seekers and inspires them with the fact that she's overcome that and comes into work every single day. And honestly, she is unreal, and she's just one of the many regulars on our Neuro Network programme. So that's available to anybody who is seeking any kind of support financially through their jobs coach and through the DWP, and they are referred directly to me, and they then meet with all of these wonderful people. It's 6 weeks long. Now what I love about this one, and I hope you'll agree with me here, is you don't have to have a diagnosis to attend this. Okay, so for anybody who's ever sat there and thought, I feel different but I don't understand why, but it's going to take me 8 years to get an adult ADHD diagnosis, come along, okay? I see you, I hear you. There's a space here for you. We talk about sunflower lanyard use. Our amazing EDI lead has managed to get Wolves Foundation and Wolves Football Club an official sunflower lanyard supporter, yeah? So something really important to me, and we get free sunflower lanyards through that programme as well. Reasonable adjustments, passports to work. People don't always understand. People want to work. People don't want to be at home not doing anything, but they may just need to ask for their day to look a little bit different to the person's next to it. They may need to come in a little bit later so they don't have to be on public transport when it's busy and they're stressed out, okay? All of these things are discussed. We have a session with a work psychologist as well who has lived experience. Everybody on Neuro Network has lived experience. So I've chosen these photographs personally. I look horrendous in some of them, but it's not about that. Some Neuro Network participants who went to an event at Aston Villa. We took our Wolves flag along to Aston Villa. And they all received LinkedIn premiums so they can start their career journeys in the same arena as everybody else. This here is my work with Wolverhampton Youth Justice Service. It's no secret that people who offend, people in prisons, I work at Oakwood Prison in Twinning Project, football coaching qualification, 50% plus have care experience, are care leavers, or they have a neurodiverse condition that has not been diagnosed. Again, none of that is accidental. So it's really important. These are some of the parents, they've all agreed to be on this photograph, who have come and accessed support with my colleague Gary, he's in the front row there, and the Youth Justice Service, trying to support as best we can people with neurodiverse conditions that have led to them offending. We've then got some more of our participants who play football at the Dome. They come and have a game of pool. This is my favourite project right here. This is the Packed Out project. I was actually a drama and English teacher for 20 years before I did this job, and I don't think you can underestimate the power of music, art and drama in inspiring other people, but also those with neurodiverse conditions will experience it all completely differently because all of your neural pathways are firing at the same time. It's something else. So Packed Out, that's Shane, my wonderful volunteer. He now works there permanently. I've spoken to one lovely young man in the audience who I won't point out and embarrass, but hopefully he's going to come and join the programme. And I've now got 26 volunteers at Wolverhampton Art Gallery who go and spend a morning there in a lovely quiet environment, surrounded by people who get it because they too have had that journey. So it's absolutely lovely. There's also opportunities to do the lovely little arena theatre at Wolverhampton. Got lovely links with them. So that's another project that you can probably tell I'm super, super passionate about. So we've got the NHS come in and talk. Who better to work in a job in the NHS than somebody who's had to go through that whole system as a participant. And then obviously I would be remiss if I didn't briefly mention, before I come to a close, my amazing colleagues who are out on sessions. You've got our secondary school team who go out into secondary school and deliver mentoring sessions to those with neurodiverse conditions that have led to their behaviour not being what a mainstream school would deem acceptable. So they support them with one-to-one, often through sports and arts, because let's face it, neurodiverse people don't always want to sit still in a classroom environment. And then there's also our primary school project, which again is so very beautiful. It's called Wolf Words, and it's for anybody who feels they're not listened to. You don't have to have issues with your speech or your hearing. It's more about, I feel in a safe space to talk. And as you can probably tell, I'm a bit emotional. So I'm going to bring it to an end there. But thank you so much for listening. Thank you.